guys, so I'm gonna do my hair after my makeup, but I have already done my base and my brows. I did a little bit of liner with the Pixie lip liner. So yeah, I am gonna jump right into this eyeshadow look. I'm gonna be trying out the new Sugar Rush by Tarte BU palette. I'm pretty excited about this actually. All the colors look really great for Valentine's Day. So yeah, I think the key to a good Valentine's Day look is not sort of making your entire look pink and red and black. I think, oh, it's so nice. Ooh. Could probably do without the extra cardboard. Ooh, look at those shades. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh, there's so much that we can do here with this. Look at those shades. Wow, we can do a lot here. As I was saying, don't go crazy on all the pinks maybe. Keep it really like soft in the face. That's kind of what I've gone for here. It's just like a soft, natural face. So I can do a little bit more with my outfit and accessories. You're gonna look like a Valentine's Day themed kindergarten teacher that decorated her whole classroom, okay? Like, let's not go crazy. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I actually love that. That brings back great childhood memories. But like if you're going on a date or you're going out with your girlfriends, or you're just staying at home watching a movie but you feel like doing something Valentine's themed, or you're just gonna go shopping, still not too crazy on the eyeshadow. And I you know, I consider doing like a red lip, black liner kind of look, but if you are gonna go out on a date or something, red lipstick is just like really high maintenance, and if you're gonna kiss someone, it's just not a good idea. Unless you're committed to the stained lips, but it still might put off the guy because he probably won't know that that's what you're wearing. I'm gonna put on some of this Rose Auto Oil on my hands just because I'm like a little anxious today for some reason. But I'm gonna get zen. I have a candle lit. I just had a bunch of bad dreams last night, but I'm trying to get myself out of this funk and relax and not let my dreams dictate my mood and my thoughts for the rest of the day. Does anyone else have that problem? Because sometimes I wake up so groggy and disoriented from having insanely long, detailed dreams and waking up like in the middle of a dream. So anyways, let's all take a moment to have like a deep breath. Everything's good, okay? If anyone needs something, DM me on Instagram. I got you, girl. I will literally be there for you. I don't have 100,000 subscribers, okay? I'll reply. All right. So I think I'm gonna take my MAC 217 and I'm gonna go in with the shade Be Fab. It's the color up here. The one thing I just realized about this palette that would be kind of nice would just be a mirror. But I do appreciate that they're not wasting mirrors just by putting one in every single bit of packaging. So that's a great neutral tone just for a nice base. Next I'm gonna go in with this brownish mauvey plumish shade. Plumish. Tap and just sort of take that very lightly through the crease. Oh wow, that comes off much warmer. Whoa, what? Excuse me? That is like orange, huh? Definitely not as deep of a tone as I was expecting for that one. I'm gonna go in now with this pinkier plum just to sort of take a little bit of the orange out and add a little bit more of the pink. There we go. That's a little better. Gonna take it in a V a little tiny bit. This palette is very warm. Like, very warm. I'm a little confused. These colors are like very similar. I'm gonna go in with this plummy shade with my finger. It's like the truest purplish plum. It's called Be Fly. My finger is pretty true to the pan color. And I'm gonna take that on the outer area, sort of along the lash line, but also up a little bit. Just to get that a little more pink. On camera, it's looking a little more orange than in real life for some reason. The colors do layer really nicely together, I will say that. They feel quite soft and nice. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with a small liner brush and go back into that plum Be Fly shade and just sort of trace that along my lash line, mainly on the outer portion. Start mapping out a bit of shape. I'm thinking, you know, I love a nice sparkly daytime lid, but I really do appreciate a good matte eyeshadow look, especially to keep things sort of sultry and wispy, if that makes sense. I think I'm gonna do my look matte, and then maybe at the end add something to sort of give you guys like two options. But I feel like every time I see people doing Valentine's makeup on YouTube or hello? It's my mom. So as I was saying, I feel like every time I see people do Valentine's makeup, it just gets really sparkly. It gets to be a lot, so that's kind of why I'm staying away. So I'm really building up the color of the liner because it's gonna really contrast the green in my eyes, and if you have brown eyes or blue eyes, it will really have the same effect. Warm tones really suit so many people. But it's gonna be a really soft, wispy line, but we're staying on brand. Oh, by the way, I did do a little bit of contouring today, which is showing up really weird on camera. I do think a little contour is nice and sultry for V-Day. I'm going to take my tiny Japanesque brush. I'm editing right now, you guys, and I'm dying laughing at how much that sounds like Connect 4. I'm gonna go into Be Kind one. I love that. Yes, be kind. Empathy will get you places in life, you guys. That is one thing that I have learned. Let's enjoy that light. Everything's good. I don't know why I'm so anxious today. I'm gonna keep it all nice and wispy, just in that front to middle lid section, trying to avoid covering the liner. Doing this lighter shade on top can sort of mask it if you took it a little too high, like I did on this side. Just sort of cover that up a bit. So now I don't have a clean eyeliner. I'm still kind of on the hunt for that, so I'm just gonna use this NYX black liquid liner. I'm gonna do it just sort of on the outside at first, keeping it nice and thin and following the shape. And then I might take it in and then I might add a pencil to do something a little more sultry. So I'm gonna stop there and keep it super thin and try to match it on the other side. This way, if I need to thicken up this side to get them to match, it's not a crisis. I just want to say, you guys, if you don't have a guy or anyone that you think is going to give you presents or flowers or a massive teddy bear, it is okay. There are literally thousands of amazing, beautiful women out there that do not have a date or a boyfriend or whatever for this Valentine's Day. It is literally just a day to celebrate love. And if you feel a little sad and lonely about it, like, find something to do to distract yourself. Find a place to go, a place to be, a place to wear a cute outfit. Go out by yourself, go out with your dog, do your own thing. Just go on a walk with your mom. Go on a walk with your dad. Talk about relationships. Talk about their marriage. Talk about things that you hope to have in your life. Like, take the day to celebrate the love and do something for yourself. It's nice to have. I'm not gonna pretend like it's not nice, but once you do finally get it, you're also just kind of like, oh, thanks. Special, yeah, but it's not like all the posts and all the things that people show off in the hallway and lockers decorated and things like that make you feel like the people who are getting that feel so amazing, when in reality they're just like, aw, yay. So you could leave it there and put on mascara, but if you want to go for something a little more sultry, which is what I think I'm gonna do today, take a black pencil. I've had this for a long time. I don't have any clean pencils. This is the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus. I don't even know if this still exists anymore. I've literally had it for like a year. But I'm just gonna go in the upper waterline. One thing I recommend with that NYX eyeliner, if you get it on your eyelashes, pinch it off as soon as you can because it gets very dry and it can sort of make your mascara apply weird if you don't sort of try to get at least most of it off. Just into the waterline and the lash line. Okay, so now to sort of get even more of an effect, I'm going to do the bottom. I'm not gonna go too much into the lash line on the bottom because I don't want it to get too crazy. But if you want to keep it light and feminine and fresh and like I'm gonna wear a dress, I would say skip the eyeliner. I also didn't do a very crazy highlight because, again, it just gets to be too much. Like, sort of pick what you want to do. If you want to do eyes and a cute outfit, keep it balanced. I am gonna add a little more of that to the outer portion. Sort of take it inwards. If you don't want to go in with any of these super metallic-y shades, I would say another option is to get a little eyeshadow and just sort of add a little dusting of glitter. Like, give yourself a little something. I might actually do that at the end of this. I'm gonna put on my mascara first. If there's ever a day out of the year that you go heavy on the mascara, it should be Valentine's. So I'm not gonna do mascara in the inner corner really. I'm gonna keep it really feathery and outwards. Same thing on the bottom. Keeping the mascara closer to the roots because my bottom eyelashes are so long, it would be, I really just can't put mascara all the way to the ends. That's a really pretty shade. Ooh. These are some of the glitters. That's the eyes. Okay guys, part 2. Let's fix this hot mess up here. So whenever I want to do like really big bombshell curls, I will curl my hair and then wrap it around something like this to get like big whooshy hair. But like If I'm in a rush or I don't want it to be quite that big, I will just use clips like these. So actually, let me show you guys. So I use an old tampon box to hold all of my stuff. I just keep the clips there so I can easily grab and put back. And then I keep cute little hairpins and bobby pins and stuff like that in here. Yeah. So I took a shower last night. I pretty much always shower at night. Oh wow, I look really cute right now. So I took a shower last night, and when my hair was like halfway dry, I put in some of this Paul Mitchell Super Skinny Serum. I love this stuff. I used to use it a long time ago. And now I've sort of rediscovered it. It's pretty cheap, it's like $17. And I really like it. It doesn't weigh my hair down or make it greasy and gross. There's no sulfates or silicones in it that I can read the ingredient. Like I read the ingredients and what I read on there did not say silicones or sulfates or anything like that. Still pretty illegible ingredients. So I don't really know enough about hair product formulation. I need to educate myself on that a little more. But yeah, in general, it doesn't have like the typical things that are bad, which I wouldn't expect it to since Paul Mitchell is a higher end brand. My temples, and divide it up like this. And take one of these and just clip it and clip. First thing that I'm gonna do is actually just take my Paul Mitchell straightener that I've literally had for like 15 years, you guys. Talk about quality. So I'm just gonna straighten the roots of my hair. I'm not gonna straighten all the way down because I'm trying to use as little heat as possible. Also doing this in the viewfinder. I always use a brush to straighten my hair though. I learned that many years ago. I never use my hands and I never just use a straightener by itself. If you do the straightener and brush, your hair will be amazing. Divide my hair again the exact same way. Most of the time, I will do my hair first and leave the clips in with my hair curled while I do my makeup so it can really cool off properly. I'm gonna put on my Michael Jackson glove. Curler is ready. So I have my bottom third section and I always split that hair into two. And I will curl the back one away from my face. Sometimes I do all of them away from my face. It sort of just depends. And then I catch it. Then I take a little clip and hold it in place like that. Then I do the next piece. Sometimes I will just use the same clip that's already right there to hold two of them together. Move on to the next side. So as you can see, this process is really not taking very long at all. Oh my god, this is so hard to do without a mirror. Oh, shoot.
Why do I keep doing that?
It's a little too low. It's like at my cheek. So then sometimes I have to go back in just at the top. There we go. Now we've got it at the brow. I'm gonna do the other side off camera because my battery is getting really low. Okay, so when you first take your hair out, you're gonna look like Shirley Temple, but you just kind of wanna shake it out. I usually like go like this, put it in a ponytail and just like shake the crap out of it. Sometimes If the top is too flat, I will go in and just sort of go like at the top only so it can be very voluminous. Go like that. Bombshell. Yeah, just kind of keep messing with it until it's where you want it. Grab the curl, just sort of go like that. That sort of helps it stay. Okay guys, so after I get done shaking my hair out, I just sort of go with the roots and kind of go like that. Maybe pull up some of these pieces to get it a little messy. I'll also just kind of go like this, do the same thing at the crown of my head to sort of build some of that volume and to make this line of my head more straight and like longer. And I sort of tilt this hair forward and down and this hair back and up. Really creates that nice profile shape. And then after I sort of mess it up and tease it a bit with my hands, I will sort of just smooth it like that and dig my claws in and squeeze the hair together so that it becomes a little more like together. Sometimes I go like this, brush it to get that sort of windy, blown out effect. And then yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It's just kind of about playing with it after the fact. Just takes a little time, a little calculation. Sometimes I'll tuck one side back a little bit and let the other one out if it's feeling a little too symmetrical and organized. Maybe twist some of the pieces back together or do a few touch-ups before you leave. But yeah, forward and down, fluffy. A little bit of that, a little bit of that. I'm just gonna stand up so I can sort of show you guys its movement. Kind of like having that like fresh blunt cut curled at the end look sometimes, instead of the straight ends beachy look. I just kind of had something sort of sitting in my chest that I kind of wanted to share with you guys, and I sort of touched on it when I was talking about Valentine's Day and just not feeling down if you don't have anything planned. You know, I listen to a lot of podcasts, I listen to a lot of spiritual things, I read spiritual books, I read self-help books, I'm very much into that sort of stuff. I sort of woke up on the wrong side of the bed, I sort of had these weird dreams and was thinking about this past event in my life that really doesn't matter anymore and that isn't really a big deal, but for some reason it was just kind of weighing on me again, and I felt like maybe it'd be a good time to sort of talk about an element of it in this video on a day like today. How do I say this? I don't want it to come off too dramatic. Basically, really, truly work on loving yourself, because I have found that when you really, really get to that and you really do, actually, things really start to shift in your life. Like you'll really start to see changes, and not only like will your perspectives change and your thoughts change, but just in general, like things will actually start to happen. If you feel sort of victimized, like that's a hard thing. If you feel like a boy is not really paying attention to you, or you feel like you don't really have solid friends to rely on or to hang out with on this kind of occasion, or just having a rough time. I don't know why, it's kind of off topic, but I just like feel like I need to say this, like maybe for someone listening, maybe this is for one of you, I don't know. I want to say that everyone is a victim and everyone is a villain. We have a tendency to sort of identify with the victim and say, oh, like you can do this, you're strong, and I definitely want to be a motivator in that way. we're also all the villain. And so when someone hurts you, or you get confused, or you're disappointed or let down, just remember that you have already and will continue to do the same thing to other people. So basically, this whole spiel right now, what I'm trying to get at is empathy. Whenever someone does something that hurts me, or I do something dumb, there's always a reason. People make mistakes for a reason, and it's really not a battle between good and evil and right and wrong. It's really a battle between emotions and communication, a deep-rooted desire or fear that has not yet come to the surface. I want to be that rooter for you if you're going through something right now and you're hurt by a boy or friends or whatever. Definitely know that you're not alone, and you know, try to find people that can help you stay supported. But I also want to be that person that says, I think most people wouldn't make decisions that they do if it wasn't for certain circumstances. So just try to put yourself in the other person's shoes. You know, that's like a cliche statement. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. Like, for real understanding, like actually think about what they could be possibly going through. Don't know why that's on my heart today. I don't know why I felt like sharing that. Just try to be an empathetic, good person. I think if we all remember that we all make decisions that are bad for deeper reasons, then we can move past those historical events in our lives much better, regardless of what side of it you were on when you start to think about it from that perspective. Yeah. That being said, I really hope that you guys have a great Valentine's Day, and I hope you liked it and you have a good day. No matter what you're doing, use the day. Live it fully, experience it, whatever it is. Struggling,